Alright, second weekend of October. We got the crew up here. We're gonna go do some scouting for gun hunting. Gotta find some new areas. We lost where we were hunting, so we're gonna go back to the public that we had hunted for years and check our old spots and see how they look, and try to find some new ones. It's warm. I was hoping it was gonna be cooler up here than it is back home, but it's 60 degrees already. We're gonna head out and see what we see for sign.
A lot of leaves down up here, not many left in the trees.
Looks like fall, doesn't feel like it though.
No.
No bugs.
We'll see what we find in here. Hopefully we find some good sign and get some key areas locked down again.
Yep. We'll go back to our old stomping ground and see what we can find. Heading in on a 1.5 mile walk.
So far, so good. Hardly any trees down, nothing we couldn't get through. About a third of the way in. Starting to be the uphill.
Yeah, here's the hard part of the trek.
It gets thicker and thicker. And uneven.
I hold the cart all the way down, Phil.
Yeah.
Now I have Mike pull it up though. We're on our way into the. 5 years ever since this. We're on our way into the first spot.
This is that real deep crevice that runs both ways.
That runs over to the stand that I shot that tent site out, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep, watch out. You don't step where it's greasy. There's where they dug the rocks out but never bulldozed the road.
I'd break those off as we go. I just gotta whip it back right in the face.
Everything's wet. She's greasy.
Yeah, she's a little slick.
It's like everything gave right out there. Yeah, if you didn't know this was a road 20 years ago, you'd never know it was here.
It's overgrown and thick now.
Big drops on each side, right on top of the ridge here.
Around where Mitch is gonna hunt here. Found a bunch of oaks on this ridge here. And there's slashing down here behind us. There's a nice edge here. He's about 100 yards that way. What's that? Yeah, it might be a white oak.
I don't know.
I'm not a treeologist. But it looks good. We found a buck rub on the way in. What are these? Hey, these branches are broke off here. What are those broke off for? See that? Right there? There's definitely deer tracks coming through here.
So, Mitch is in the process of getting the stand ready with Dad. Me and Nick just been wandering around, scouting and looking. He's got some massive oak trees in here. But we're going on the record right now and saying that Mitch is going to have an opportunity opening day. We'd put money on it. There's just way too much deer sign in here. There's beds everywhere. So, we'll see. Hopefully you don't fuck it up.
Hey, I'm sighting my gun in a whole bunch this year. I ain't missing this time.
We got her all set. Nick and Mike walked around. They set up my mock scrape up on the ridge there where trails were coming through. They walked all around and they said, guaranteed by 7 o'clock opening morning I'll have a buck down. So, well, nothing's guaranteed.
Not guaranteeing a time. We're just saying we're putting our money on it that you're going to shoot one opening day.
Did we walk this ridge in?
We'll see.
Yeah, we walked this ridge in. Or do we walk from over here? Do you remember, Mike?
Mike's the guy. That away. He set
What are you
it
guys
up.
gonna want to stick these damn birds?
Big trees that they rock that are all down.
Heading into the second stand. This is where I used to hunt. The old ladder stand that was left here. I shot a nice buck a couple years back. Mitch shot a buck out of it.
I used to hunt, take this ridge all the way down in there. So,
We'll go check out the condition of this stand, see what it looks like down here.
Yeah, see how bad it is. Been here for a few years.
yeah. As you can see, if you were looking for peak colors in the Northwoods of Wisconsin, second week of October, I think you're going to want to be here like September. There's no leaves left in the trees hardly.
Everything still looks good, dude. Alright, we got Nick's stand checked out. We were going to move it, but we looked around and we found some somewhat fresh sign. We're just setting up. There's a trail running up and down this little pine edge here. And Mike's getting the camera set, getting that all cleared out and ready to go. And Nick and Dad are over here getting the mock scrape ready.
Using some cold blue grave digger.
Scrape mate
Scrape
for
mate.
early
It's worked in the
season
past for
scrapes.
us, so we'll see what how it works this year. Mike shot that nice 8-pointer years ago on it.
Yep.
Now I'll pour some of that in the leaves and then the rest on the. Turn it on and you should be good because it should just flash on and then go off, right?
You want this to
Hang over.
You don't want it too far because you're starting to just have bark holding it on.
That'll be good though.
try to pour on.
I'll pour a little bit on here.
Yeah, pour it so it drips off of the branch or off the leaves onto it.
Up on the stem there so that it.
Runs down.
There we go. Got her dripping right on there. Not long and we'll have some bucks on camera right here. Oh. Having some technical difficulties with the camera.
That's how it works. It's pretty simple camera.
Good to
It's one
go.
of those budget-friendly cameras.
Alright, Nick, what do you think? You confident with this setup?
You got some smell.
I don't know, we'll see. I'm not as confident as it looks by Mitch's. Mitch's looks really good, but
You gotta remember though, because that area wasn't logged for, I think that's been like 3 years ago.
right.
This was last year, so you
Right.
figure that in more growth, they're gonna be feeding more, but this, like I said, when they were here feeding, they were staying around, following the same tracks that, you know, the loggers use, so this is gonna be another one where they're gonna come right out and around, you know.
And I mean, what year did you shoot your big 8 up here? 2010 or so?
No, 12.
No, I had 12. I shot my big one, so it was before that.
So, alright, then it had to be 11.
11 or 10, something like
Because
that.
I was in high school.
11 or 10, and at that point we had that buck on camera on this ridge. So
Yep.
this ridge has been
You wanna
maybe
be
this
probably
way a little
right at my
bit.
hand.
Yeah, this ridge, and this is
been
where
historically good.
this is where years ago we probably in 08 we had a picture of that buck that looked just like your big one.
Right.
Remember, we
So
only
we've
had
always-
one picture of
And I
it.
shot a nice buck on here. We've seen deer, so it's
I think they come right out of this bottom. Like I said, it looks like trail coming there. Trail runs like this.
historically a good spot. So we'll
I
see
th-
what happens.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have them
You won't have them hard set trails yet, because this stuff's all going back up.
right. I think you're gonna have deer coming in and out of this bottom, and especially with me. Once I start banging away at bucks down in my bottom, they're gonna
Yeah.
be pushing all the bucks up to you guys. You know.
Here we go. You catch them coming and going.
Yep.
All the trails.
Alrighty, move on to the next one.
Yep. We'll walk right out. Looking for another spot. I went to where Mike always hunts, or used to hunt. I should say. He hasn't been there in 3 years. And it just exploded with undergrowth, and you can't see anything. It's amazing what a couple of years will do. So we're going further down. He was on a big ridge, overlooking an old cut. And now we're moving down the ridge towards the swamp where we've hunted in the past. Actually, the area where we're going right now is where Mike killed his first buck ever.
Yeah.
So
And actually, looking over here, it's a lot more cleared out than what it used to be. That used to be thick pines coming all the way out to the trail that we're on.
so we're gonna kind of look around down here, see what we got for sign. Historically, another really good spot. So
Couple
see what
years does
happens.
a lot to an area.
Yes, it does. Hopefully, it's all for the good. Look at a good area.
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to be set up on top of that knob up there. Got the cutty back set out here. I'm going to do a mock scrape, the buck bomb scrape kit. It seemed like they liked it last year when I put it out. So we'll see. I'll put it out and see what happens. Like, I don't know if Nick said earlier, but we're going to call this deer camp back to our roots.
And back to all there is we grew up on.
Yeah.
This is where Mike shot his
Actually,
first buck ever with the gun.
my very first deer I ever shot was on top of that knob 20 some years ago.
Yep.
So
So back to our roots. We're gonna come back. We're gonna make the 1.5 mile hike in, and
it's a hike in here, but hopefully it pays off.
we got fresh buck rubs around, so it's
Yeah,
looking
buck
good.
rubs all
Honestly,
over.
we'll see what happens. Hopefully the
Fingers
camera shows
crossed.
something.
We walked down and through that bottom, and that looks pretty good. We didn't find any rubs or scrapes, but a ton of trails coming out of that bottom, following this little creek bottom. You can see that little creek, man. It's pretty cool when we walk across it.
Yeah, that's pretty neat looking.
Yeah, those are rubs.
Oh man, rubs. Look
It's
at
a
the
bird.
rubs.
It's a horizontal rub. You have vertical rub? Look like you did. It's got a horizontal rub.
So we are heading in. I am going to be about 250, 300 yards that way. Nick is about 200 yards up on top of the hill. And Mitch is going to be about 600 yards
600-700 yards.
past that. So, like I said, we're getting back to our roots. This is where I grew up hunting. Nick and Mitch grew up hunting. My dad hunted his whole career back
You
here.
see the deer tracks, the one running through here. See that?
Yeah. A lot of memories back here. They logged it off a lot. So it looks way different than we remember in the last couple of years, but
This spot that we're setting Dad up in right now is where I shot my biggest buck ever up here.
yeah. No, a lot of memories. A lot of memories back here. So, hey, that's what deer camp's all about. Memories and traditions. And we got a lot of them up here. Alright, well, we just put Dad's stand up. That's right there. It's one that we built. Actually, Nick and Mitch built it quite a few years ago, and we had just had it laid down back here. Stood it up, ratcheted it in, and she's good to go. So, it's a good trip so far. Other than being a little warm, it's beautiful out. It looks way different in here from when we used to hunt. They just logged everything, and it looks like a bomb went off. But let's hope the deer are moving through here. So then we're just gonna take the big loop around and look for more sign. Head out, make some lunch, and probably pack up and head home. Hopefully, I don't know, we get out duck hunting or something in the morning, and we'll see what happens. Change plans. I walked out and remembered that we had our old bear stand back here from years past.
Dad, I can't hear you talking away from me. You just cut straight across.
So we're gonna move it over to my ridge and strap it in so everything's in and done. It's getting warm now. That sun is just a cooking. Very happy.
The rocks there, Mitch. 2-day hot for this stuff. It's October, it should be cold.
Yeah, hot for penguins just be walking around.
I think we need to start a cardio regimen to get our cardio up here because I am a little bit out of shape and a little bit winded. What do you think?
It's warm. I'm thirsty now.
Yeah, the warmth and the lack of water doesn't help. Hopefully next time we come in here it's going to be nice and cool. A little bit of snow on the ground will be cool.
Alright. Well, last stand is up. Just got to bring up some more ratchet straps and some burlap to hang around it. But it should be good. So, hopefully that's a wrap for deer camp prep. I'm going to come up in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, freshen up our mock scrapes. See, hopefully we can get some pictures rolling in.
When are you thinking of coming up? Like 2 weeks before? 3 weeks before?
Let me know because I'll give you a fresh card.
It just depends when or how hunting's going.
You're going to grease a 4-pointer in the next week or two here and you'll be done.
Yeah.
I know you, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You were greasing 4-pointers before greasing 4-pointers was cool.
I'll tell you what, I would grease that 4-pointer if he had come in a little bit closer. I would have.
Don't bother me one day.
I don't care. As long as everyone's happy.
Oh yeah.
Tell that I found my keys. Alright, well that's a wrap for our deer camp prep weekend. Got everything pretty much situated, just got a little tweaking we gotta do. I'll probably come up the weekend before or 2 weekends before. But we got 2 weeks and Nick and Mitch will be heading to Iowa. And then 3 weeks, Dad and Mom will be heading to Ohio. So it's coming up quick.
Yeah, time's ticking away here this fall.
Yes,
And way faster than anticipated.
Yeah. So, yeah, before we know it, it'll be a blink of an eye and we'll be back up here for deer camp. So, at least we're ready. We feel like we're one step ahead of the game right now.
Now we'll sit back, start watching the cell cams. Hopefully we got some deer coming in. We got mock scrapes out, send them on some trails.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Hopefully our luck continues as this fall goes on.
Hopefully.
See what happens.
That would be nice.